very happy, you know why? Because finally time has come. I'm not the only Egypt in front of camera on this channel. I waited actually for over 2 years and that's it. We never aim to say that we are this professional big media agency, and we're very proud of the fact that we're kind of learning things on the go. And what I kind of realized that the storytelling we do is not that great. So how do we address it? One of the interns working currently with the Too Fair Info, his name Alexis, he's very interested into cinema and he did very interesting short, but still nor him nor I know how to do this. So we decided, let's go back 1 century back and then learn from the very first movie how everything was done. And also, you will see more other people in the videos on my channel before I figure out exactly how to separate it, because too much work is done already. Nancy is not happy. Nancy is very shy. So right now I can only introduce Alexis, and again, you know, we're doing it from the scratch, so don't be too cruel. So please like, share, subscribe.
So, well, now we will introduce the first video of maybe a series, because that's test, so we need to see what will happen next. We will make a review about a film, the first film of the world. It's called L'Arroseur Arrosé from the Brothers Lumière. This film was made between March and June, and the first show of the film was on September, and there was 150 viewers for this film, but that was a lot of scientists and some friends from the Brothers Lumière. But the real first open show for the public was in December, and only 33 people paid 1 franc for 10 silent films. Like they said in 1895, they are not the main creators, they just put all of improvement in terms of technology in the same machine. That's why we call them the creators of the cinema. But they aren't really. We don't know exactly what type of works Brothers Lumière take from each scientist who work on the pictures and how to record different pictures and match to make a video. But the information of this is really complicated because all of this work was made in 1 century. So if you know more how the process to add which type of works, please leave a comment and
Like, share, subscribe.
if we are analyze the first film of the cinema's world, that's because actually the cinema has more than 120 years. So the film how created now is really complex, and we never study this. On those movies there is too much information to analyze. So we will analyze the first movie because Brothers Lumière didn't know how to make the first film, because that wasn't never done before. They just made a documentary or something like this, but never a funny story. So they inspired them from a cartoon was called L'Arroseur. The Brothers Lumière wanted to interpret the story in a film, but they didn't know they will create a new genre, a comedy. They wanted to make a good moment for the viewers. To analyze this film and how Brothers Lumière made the first comedy film, we will analyze this film in 6 points. The first point is the frame. The second one is the actor. Next we have the outfit, the background, the soundtrack, and finally the script. Let's talk about the frame. On the frame we need to have the important things. On this frame we have all of the information to interpret the basic story. We have at the left the gardener, at the right the kid, and we have the hosepipe. Not enough, not all the hosepipe, but enough to see who is doing what and probably anticipate the prank by the kid. About the actors, at the left we have the gardener. This gardener was the official gardener of the Lumius family. His role was to just doing his job. They took the best actors for this real gardener. The role of the kid just need to be a kid, so a prankster. He wasn't a kid, he worked on the city of La Ciotat like an electrician, and he worked on the property of the family's Lumière, so that's why they chose him. Brothers Lumière give a good point on actors, on the role of actors. They didn't choose professional actors or people who know how to move, how to play. They just choose people who need to be what they want to be seen. They just wanted a kid, so they just take a young man with young faces, and they just want a gardener, so they just pick a gardener, and that works so well. The third part is the outfit. Brothers Lumière know the outfit is really important because it can give a lot of details on the story. Like we can see as the gardener, the apron give details. That's not the father or the uncle of the family. That's a gardener. For the kid is dressed like a kid. We don't think, oh, it's another guy, it's a kid, and a kid, it's a prankster. That's the details of Brothers Lumière want to show at the viewer. Now the background. The background, like the frame, is really important. On this background, we can see the garden. The garden was the garden of the family Lumière. If the background is really important, it's like others statement before. It can give details about the story. On this background, we see no animals or action who can interrupt the vision of the viewer. The viewer just take 3 seconds or 4 seconds maximum to see all of details on the background. They can focus on the action, on what actors will play, so they can follow the main story of the film. That's really important. Like in the poster of Spider-Man, in front we saw the actor, the main character of the film, and in background we saw the big buildings of New York City. So in few seconds we know where the action will take place. And that's a really good point for the film, because the background needs to tell the story of the film. Now the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really important for the film, because like other statements, he gives more details. In the original film, we don't have any soundtrack. The Lumière brothers couldn't put the soundtrack directly on the film. They engaged a man to play at piano on the background of the room where the film was shot. When you have different senses, you can't be interrupted by noises. You're focused on the film. The soundtrack of this film was really well chosen because it interprets every action on the film, like when the prank is done and when the gardener see and realize what's happened, when he chased the kid, the tempo of the music changing like the action on the film. If we match the vision and the hearing, we can focus more the viewer on what we want to show. The last point, the script. The script is also really important, because if you don't have a script, you have no way to follow. If you have no way to follow, you don't have a story. Like I said before, Brothers Lumière interpret a real story, a cartoon, and they follow this story. We have an intro with who is doing what. The gardener is here. We see a little part of the hose pipe, so we can imagine what will happen next. And next we have the main action of the comedy, the prank from the kid, and next we have the chase and the outro of the film. And that's why the script is really important, because with the script you can have all different parts of the film.
We didn't write an ending, so we're all together.